Tonight on DC News Now at 9, weeks of tension, and now the superintendent of Montgomery County Public Schools is out.
Why the silent treatment? People want to hear from you.
We're demanding answers from the school board tonight. Tires taken. Marylanders wake up to their wheels ripped right off their cars.
I'm just surprised that they haven't been caught by now.
Where are the wheels and the wheel bandits?
Who's ready for a priceless looking weather weekend? I have the details in a moment.
And the search for a missing Virginia man grows more desperate by the day.
And he has so many good plans. Lord, please let him come back. Darius has to come back.
The mother of the 22-year-old talks to DC News Now.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan. We begin with a major shakeup in leadership in the Montgomery County school system. Superintendent Dr. Monifa McKnight is leaving the system after being asked to step down. In a statement, MCPS saying the board and McKnight mutually agreed to separate, and it's effective immediately. Just after that announcement, DC News Now caught up with school board members after a closed-door meeting to get answers about what could have led up to that decision.
Nobody has heard from any board members.
The board has issued a statement. Thank you.
Why the silent treatment? People want to hear from you.
All right, our Daniel Hamburg has been following the story very closely all day long. And Daniel, you heard from County Executive Mark Elrich tonight, and he's got a lot of questions as well.
Yeah, Chris, he wants answers just like the rest of the public does. Now, the board has not said exactly why they asked Dr. McKnight to step down, but we know this problem has been brewing for months after it was reported that former middle school principal Dr. Joel Beitelman was accused multiple times of harassment and bullying before anything was done. Now, we do know that in a heavily redacted report, McKnight's name appeared several times, alleging that she didn't put Beitelman on administrative leave for 16 days after learning of the investigation. Now, last week's report from the Montgomery County Inspector General detailed how MCPS lacks a comprehensive protocol around the receipt and handling of complaints. That problem predates McKnight. County Executive Mark Elrich said tonight he appreciates McKnight's service and wishes her well. He says rebuilding trust isn't as simple as getting a new superintendent, and he has concerns about the part-time Board of Education.
There's not much point in having an oversight body if the only information they're going to get is what comes from the administration, and they don't have their own staff to be able to analyze and look at some of these issues and be able to be informed about what questions they might want to ask.
Now, Dr. McKnight did release a statement after this news today saying, in part, I have felt over the past several months there has been a distraction. When the focus is no longer on whom I have agreed to serve, I must control my own fate. I have also maintained that it is critical that my reputation remains grounded in facts and truth. Now, we do know McKnight's contract was good for 4 years, supposed to be up in 2026 at a yearly salary of $320,000. Now, the terms of that separation agreement have not been yet made public. We're live in Rockville. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, a lot happened there. Thank you very much. Developing now at 9 o'clock. The United States is starting to carry out airstrikes against dozens of sites in Iraq and Syria. This in retaliation to a drone strike on an American base in Jordan that killed 3 U.S. service members. The White House saying the targets were carefully selected to avoid civilian casualties. But President Biden is making it crystal clear there will be more to come. We'll have more details ahead at 9:30. And now to Prince George's County, Maryland. We're getting new details on a deadly confrontation inside a Suitland apartment last night. Maryland's Attorney General now saying a man who police shot and killed lived in that apartment. Now, according to the AG, officers were initially called to Suitland Road when someone in that apartment reported their home was being broken into. Once on scene, an officer started giving a man inside the home commands. The officer then shot and killed that man. Today, a lot of people still trying to process exactly what happened.
It's a gated facility, and we don't have no issues.
Well, this is the first time
that something like this,
that we know about.
That we witnessed something like this happen.
All right, police did find 2 handguns near that man, but they say no officers were injured. Still a lot of questions surrounding the shooting. Body cam video should be out in the coming days. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more information. And Virginia family desperate for answers tonight. Today marks day 9 without their son. 22-year-old Darius Apia is missing, last seen in the Fredericksburg area. And tonight, his parents are speaking with Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcilla with their emotional plea for help.
And he has so many good plans for his life. And so he has to come and finish that. He has to.
Eunice and Maxwell Apia say the suspense is awful. All they want is their son, 22-year-old Darius Apia, back in their arms and back in their home.
And I don't know. I'm like, Lord, please let him come back. I don't want to think that you just sent an angel for some period of time. Darius has to come back.
The family has been searching for their son since January 24th. They say when he didn't return home after a shift working his retail job and didn't answer his phone, they were concerned. They learned he ordered food from DoorDash to be picked up on Mine Road in Fredericksburg, which he did just minutes after leaving work. But that was the last thing they know. And days later, his car was found at Alum Springs Park. Since then, dozens of family and community members have looked through this park, trying to find Darius or clues of where he might be.
He's very generous, very giving person. He doesn't mind taking off his shirt to give it to somebody who needs it.
In that spirit of generosity, Darius's parents are asking for help. They're searching the park again Saturday morning, this time planning to expand the search.
We're going to go out into the community and just share flyers, bring awareness, let people know what's going on, see if any stores have cameras.
Virginia State Police call Darius critically missing, saying his disappearance poses a credible threat to his health and safety, and if you know anything, you're asked to call the Stafford Sheriff's Office. Darius's family is hopeful state or federal agencies could get involved in the investigation. They say it would be really helpful because Darius lives in Stafford County, works in Spotsylvania County, and the car found in the park was in the city of Fredericksburg. Reporting in Fredericksburg, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
All right, let's hope that family gets some answers and soon, Max. Thank you. All right, let's get a first check in the forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And Janessa, the weekend's shaping up to look beautiful.
Yeah, if you have time to be outside, hopefully you do this weekend, because we have just all this sunshine that's going to run across our beautiful city. Live look now, not much happening. Even the winds have now started to calm down. Really just great weather that's going to be tranquil at the 9 o'clock hour, 46 degrees, near 50 in a lot of spots out towards Baltimore County into Anne Arundel County. It is a little bit cooler, but still above average from Kaiser into the Cumberland area with mostly clear conditions. Here's those 2 storm systems that we were kind of watching earlier this morning. You had some light showers. It's to our south at this point. Here's the center of circulation, and so the backside of these winds have been blustery pretty much all day, but now as it pushes into the central Atlantic, things will start to clear out. By 11 o'clock, we are still into the upper 30s. Hey, well, look at this pretty uneventful weather forecast for your weekend. That's good news, right? Have that full forecast coming up.
All right, we'll take uneventful. Thanks, Janessa. Developing now at 9, will bandits strike again? Thieves are taking all 4 tires right in front of people's homes and then selling them online, and it's only getting worse. Our Yamari Sase spoke to one tow truck driver in Prince George's County about what you can do to protect yourself.
The owner of this Toyota here in New Carrollton is just one of the latest victims. Now, what these wheel bandits are doing are removing the wheel locks, stealing all 4 of your tires, and then leaving them on crates just like this. And one tow truck driver that I spoke to who handles a lot of these situations tells me that it's only going to get worse until they're caught.
Wheel bandits, strike again.
Tow truck driver Bibo Abarish has already seen more than 10 different incidents so far this year where tires were stolen off cars. And it's been a problem since the pandemic.
That's it. They're quick. They're in and out in less than a minute. It's very much normalized. You would think maybe one once a month would be okay, but 3 a week, 4 a week.
It's happening all across the DMV.
All the tires are on Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist, so you can find them pretty easy. So I'm just surprised that they haven't been caught by now.
And most recently at Hilltop Apartments in New Carrollton.
And even when the cars that are parked super close to the curb, they're just lifting them above the curb and taking the wheels off anyway. There's nothing to stop them really, unless the police actually catch them.
Abrish has been keeping the public informed through viral social media videos.
It's good to keep the public aware that this is still a thing and that they should be prepared.
He says thieves are using the wheel lock kits from the dealerships to remove the tires. So what can you do to stay prepared?
I've been trying to recommend a different aftermarket wheel locks so that people can get something different that the thieves might not be ready for, and will keep them as a deterrent. And also a motion sensor or tilt sensor so that the alarm will go off once the vehicle is jacked up even a little bit off the ground.
Hoping law enforcement can step up and do something.
Just disappointed that there's no effort into being, to stop it.
Reporting in Prince George's County, I'm Yalmar Sase, DC News Now.
All right, good info there, Yalmarie. Well, a heads up for Metro riders Saturday and Sunday. WMATA is doing maintenance work on the red, yellow, and green lines. On the red line, Woodley Park and Cleveland Park stations will be closed. Free shuttle buses will replace trains between DuPont and Van Ness. On the green and yellow lines, trains will single track between Mount Vernon Square and L'Enfant Plaza. Service will be back to normal just in time for your Monday morning commute.